Numerous stories and belief regarding how Caloocan came to be its present name. So, Caloocan came from the word, Tagalog word loob, Calooc-Loocan, or Caloob-Looban, means innermost area.
In the 1901, under the American regime, Caloocan became one of the towns of the province of Rizal due to the consolidation of the several municipalities. Novaliches became part of Caloocan to pursuant Act 942.
As amended by Act 984 and 1008 of the Philippine Commission, of the same year, the person to Commonwealth 502 which created Quezon City as the capital of the Philippines. Caloocan lost the following barrios or sitios, namely Balingasak, Kaingin, Kampong, Laloma, Malamig, Matalahin.
Masambong, San Isidro, San Jose, Santos, and Tatalon. In 1949, boundaries of Quezon City were redefined pursuant to Republic Act 392 as recommended by the Capital City Planning Commission.
Caloocan again lost several barrios, namely Baysa, Bagbag, Bahay Toro, Banlat, Novaliches, Pasong Tamo, San Bartolome, and Talipapa.
Then, in 1961, the people of Caloocan turned the historic town into a city through a plebiscite held in accordance with House Bill number 6038, which was passed and approved by both chambers of the Philippine Congress.
This led to the signing of Republic Act 3278, declaring Caloocan as become as a city in February 16, 1962.
Now let's talk about the California Vehicle Code. The California Vehicle Code contains the state laws that specify bike users has the rights and has the same rights and responsibilities as motorcycle drivers. We, the tourism students of East Manila, we want to apply the law of California Vehicle Code in Caloocan City, specifically in the major roads of Caloocan. To lessen this kind of, the law states that people who ride bikes must ride as close to the right side of the road, following conditions and when passing, preparing for a left turn. To lessen these kinds of accidents, if the bike users are moving slowly than the traffic, bike users can still take the lane. The law says that people who ride bikes as close to the right side of the road must take the lane. Except for passing, preparing for a left turn, avoiding hazards, if the lane is too narrow to share, or if approaching a place when a right turn is authorized. Bike users also can travel Caloocan City. Unfortunately, some motorists and even police don't understand cyclists' right to take the lane. Bike users may not cross a toll bridge until permitted to do so by the mayor of Caloocan City. Bike users must also travel on the right side of the roadway in the direction of traffic, except passing, preparing for a left turn, avoiding hazards, if the lane is too narrow to turn, and if approaching a place when a right turn is authorized. We want the people of Caloocan City who is passing down the road of Caloocan to feel safe and also to be safe.
Now let's talk about the anti-discrimination for LGBT. As a student of University of the East Manila, I would say that we are all human beings. Everyone deserves to respect. Whatever your gender identity, gender expression, or sexual orientation. In the city of Charlotte, in Columbia, there is a non-discrimination which is already prohibited in based on race, color, religion, and national origin. Session Law Act 2016-3, House Bill Number 2, it is an act to provide single-sex, multiple occupancies bathroom and changing facilities in the schools and public agencies to create a statewide consistency in regulation to employment and public accommodations. One of their amendments is public accommodations, which businesses and other public accommodations that serve the public that protection such as gender identity and gender expression. Amendments are approved by the City Council in 2016, expand non-discriminating protection to include the following: marital status, familial status, sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Public accommodations are restaurants, hotels, and etc. They provide full and equal enjoyment its facilities based on the characteristics such as gender identity and gender expression. Restroom and locker rooms and other facilities, changing facilities are covered by the ordinance. Now, we want to build and apply this ordinance to the city of our chosen, and we want to ensure that all the workers, residents, and visitors are not face discrimination in Caloocan City. We want to I want to respect all the status and gender identity and gender expression or what they are. And also we want to feel them comfortable and safe in Caloocan City.
In the past 2016, according to Caloocan Police, Caloocan become one of the highest number of crimes, including dealing of drugs and robbery. And majority of the victims are minors.
Wala lang bang gagawin sa mga mahirap? Ang patayin na parang manok! Mga walang malay yan! Mga bata ba lang yan?
Yan na lamang ang nasabi ni Nanay Isabelita nung malamang walang habas na binaril ng mga di nakikilalang gunman ang 16 na taong gulang niyang anak na si Sonny Espinosa alias Gugo at mga barkada sa Caloocan City kagabi.
Anak ko! Diyos ko po! Anak ko! Hindi saan niya nilalabas! Saan nilalabas yung anak ko?
Nagsasayawan at nagkakatuwaan lang ang 6 na magbabarkada sa loob ng isang bahay sa Phase 8A nang bigla silang pasukin ng 3 lalaking nakatakip ang muka saka sila pinaputukan. Bukod kay Sonny, dead on the spot rin sina Jonel Segovia at Angelito Soriano alias Emmy na nasa 15 hanggang 16 na taong gulang. Sa ospital naman binawian ng buhay sina Kenneth Lim at Ednel Satur alias Nonoy. Tanging si Edward Villanueva lang ang nakaligtas sa magbabarkada. Sinasabing drug den umano ang katapat na bahay kung saan natagpuan ring patay ang magbiyenan na sina Cristina Santur at Annalyn Dayamla. May narecover na ilang drug paraphernalia sa drug den. Ayon sa barangay, posibleng nadamay lang ang mga kabataan at ang magbiyenan talaga ang target dahil sa pagkakasangkot nila sa droga.
Ang suspect ko dyan, baka sa droga. Ayon sa sinabi ng mga polis na pumasok dito dahil hindi man pumasok doon, mayroon daw tiyongkean sa likod.
Pero paniwala ni Nanay Isabelita, posibleng may kinalaman ng frat na sinalihan ng anak sa nangyaring pamamaril.
Nandahil sa brat-brat! Kaya baka tandaan yung mga kabataan. Nakita nyo na kung ano ang nangyari sa mga kabataang ito. Sana naman matauhan lahat kayo!
Ako nagsasabi na sa kanila, hindi ko alam eh. Kasi noon, yan is RB na yan, singhot, rugby yan kasi pasaway po sila eh.
Sa panayam ng DZMM, nangako naman si PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa na patututukan ang insidente.
Suriin po naman nila. Bakit po ang mga mararaming, mga nakakasalang napagkatataas na tao, bakit nakakawala?
Pumatay na lang ng mga bata. That's very unimaginable for me. Hindi talaga matulorit ng pulis yan. Nakausap ko si General Bayalde, malaki ang porsyento sa kanilang pagdududa na talagang gangwar ito. Hindi kami nagmamalinisted ha. Due process lang tayo. A huge will roll after 24 hours pag walang lumabas na matinong investigation.
Sa mata ng Diyos, hindi rin kayo makakaligtas. Kung anong ginawa ninyo, siya rin mangyayari sa inyo.
Wala naman nakuhang droga mula sa mga kabataan pero aminado ang mga tauhan ng barangay na problema ang fraternity riot ng mga kabataan sa kanilang lugar. Sa tala ng ABS-CBN Investigative and Research Group, nasa mahigit 1,000 ang bilang ng mga napapatay ng mga di pa kilalang salarin mula May 10 hanggang December 27. Angel Movido, ABS-CBN News.
Mayor Oscar Malapitan, which is the mayor of Caloocan, proudly announced that Caloocan is one of the most peaceful city in Manila. But in our video, supposedly, Caloocan became one of the scariest city in Manila. President Rodrigo Duterte said to his press conference, curfew for minor mandatory because minors cannot be arrested based on the law. And President Rodrigo Duterte said police are instructed to arrest the parents instead of abandonment of minors and putting the life of minors in the jeopardy. So but as we observe, or I observe because I'm from Caloocan, President Rodrigo Duterte public ordinance doesn't exist because as of now many children are implicated in crimes. So we the first group chose Caloocan to establish curfew monitoring and alarming number of minor children to protect children from children from violence. So in US they established juvenile justice to decrease crime among immigrants youth. So like in US, we are planning to establish juvenile justice system in Caloocan City, which is which is Republic Act number 10630, which means an act strengthening juvenile justice in Philippines. And amending for purpose of Republic Act 9344, otherwise known as Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. And we are planning to implement curfew in every barangay in Caloocan to protect children from danger posed on city street at night and to prevent teens from trouble they might create for themselves out of supervised. We decided to establish curfew to ensure the safety and security of every barangay in Caloocan, especially minors, to free from fear. So those who are 18 years old and below are not allowed loitering in the street with between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning unless accompanied by their parents or guardians of legal age.
Foreign and local businesses in the Philippines that qualify and are registered for tax incentive can avail income tax holidays, and this may be followed by a special tax rate of 5% in lieu of any and all taxes if the business is located in Philippine Special Economic Zone or PEZA. So how will Caloocan City benefit from this? So let's say Sofitel have a plan to build a hotel in Caloocan because of increasing for 5-star accommodation in that area. To encourage investors to put in money in Caloocan to build a hotel or tourism facilities to cater the increasing demand. The city government will offer the tax incentive. Of course, if the company have a tax incentive, that it would mean that this is an additional profit for the company. The benefit is in the city government or LGU. This would provide additional employment for the locals. It would also open the doors for other company to invest in them. If there's a hotel in that area, many people will come. If there's many people, it would be possible create or build more business in that area. And if there's a hotel in that area, they need additional transportation. They can enhance or build a new road. So also they need a nearby specialty restaurant. They can also build a malls. So the tax incentive is given to the company by the LGU of Caloocan to invest in them.
Bilang sagisag ng iyong pagpupunyagi,
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay ang Katipunan!
The first structure to have been identified as the Bonifacio Monument was made by the sculptor Ramon Martinez sometime after 1905. The Grito de Balintawak, the first sculpture in the country to be done in reinforced concrete, features a solitary figure with outstretched hands and an apparent call to arms, summoning the people to revolt. In the figure's left hand is a Katipunero flag, in the right a revolver. While the figure is not actually Bonifacio but a nameless Katipunero, onlookers associated the figure with the fallen Supremo. From that day on, it was now called the Bonifacio Monument. At 1968, the Grito was transferred to Vincent's Hall in UP Diliman, where it is currently located. The man on the center holding a boulder and a revolver is Andres Bonifacio. On his right, also his right-hand man, is Emilio Jacinto, in the Katipunero carrying a flag. The figure of Bonifacio stands tall and calm. His gaze is focused on Old Manila. His face was done in a classical manner, expressionless and serene. Surrounded by sufferings and cries of the Filipinos only made him stronger.
Monuments are great landmarks of our cities and towns. Monuments are historical events, people and heroes and places. So therefore, monument must be treated as sacred or hallowed grounds, accorded with the same full reverence as we have with our Philippine flag. Any form of discrimination against monuments, such as squatting, graffiti, and advertising commercialism, shall not be allowed. So, me and my group mates are planning to place a security in the area of Andres Bonifacio Monument in Caloocan, like what Dr. Jose P. Rizal have in Luneta. The Constitution of the Philippines, Article 4 on Arts and Culture, Section 16, states, all countries' artistic and historic wealths constitute the nation shall be under the protection of state. The National Historical Commission of the Philippines is the government mandated by law. The Republic Act 10086 to undertake and prescribe the manner of conservation, restoration, and protection of the country's movable and immovable object.
So we are the first group who represent Caloocan City because we want to change it and to improve it to be a better place. So here's a video that will one of the problems of Caloocan City.
Lunes, unang araw ng klase. Maagang gumising si Emma. Ihahatid niya kasi sa eskwelahan ang bunsong anak na si Emmanuel na nasa grade 8.
Everyday, nahatid sundo ko yung anak ko from here hanggang dun sa UE, nahatid ko siya. Kasi delikado talaga yung nakakakababa na pababayaan mo siya. Kung kailan malapit ka sa school, dun siya mga nagmamadali yung sasakyan.
Ayaw ni Emma na tumawid mag-isa ang anak sa Samson Avenue sa Caloocan City. Siya kasi mismo ay nabundol na ng sasakyan dito.
Patawid ako noon tapos biglang naka-stop naman yung jeep na nasa gilid ko. Tapos may umovertake sa likod niya, hindi niya ako napansin. Doon ako nabundol.
Panatag sana ang loob ni Emma kung magagamit ang footbridge na ito malapit sa eskwelahan ni Emmanuel. Pero 5 buwan nang nakatenga ang proyektong ito.
Nangihinayang.
City of Linwood Ordinance Number 2630 is an ordinance of the City of Linwood, Washington relating to underground of overhead electrical wires in the city center south area. Section 1, a new chapter 1220 is added to the Linwood Municipal Code to read as follows: 1220010, purpose and scope. Overhead wires carrying electrical energy, including but not limited to telephone, cable televisions, and electrical service wires, are a source of possible danger to persons using streets in high-density urban areas. Safety and general welfare require that all such overhead wires be relocated underground as soon as possible in the accordance of the requirement of this chapter, and that all new electric will be installed underground. According to our research, we want to implement it in a city that we chosen because we want to make the place to be. We want to secure the safetyness of this place, not only the place but also the people who live there. So we, the first group, decided to implement it in the city in order for us to avoid danger and sudden blackout of currents from falling wires due to the storms. 2. Street trees can develop their natural shape. 3. Underground electrical wires are safer for both people and wildlife. So, underground transmission lines prove great interloop, and it will result to be a better community and pleasing to the eyes of people.
An ordinance has been approved which bans nepotism in County Highland. The ordinance was drafted by Union County State's Attorney Tyler R. Edmonds. It declares that no person shall knowingly hire a family member or of any Union County Commissioner, elected officials, or management employee as an employee. A violation of this would be a petty offense and leading to a possible fine not exceed to $1,000. So we are planning to implement this law for anti-nepotism to avoid discrimination to happen. We all know that many people wants to work, and it's going to be happen if there's no discrimination. If this law has declared. So future employee would not hesitate or have fear to look for a job. This is just for a fair dealing with other people who wanted to work. And because if there's a favoritism in the company, there will be a conflict with each member of the company. So for us, it has a good. For us, this law has a good solution to avoid issue about favoritism in the company.